Hey family, welcome back to my channel, Awaken Butterfly Readings. Much love to you all. Welcome, my new subscribers. I appreciate you. Thank you for rocking with your sister. As you see, I am doing a second reading on Elisa Lam. Many of you know about her bizarre mystery death. Okay, this is an old case. It's one of those like cold case type things because it leaves the events up in the air, like what happened to her, um from what I know. Okay, and I apologize for any background noise in the background. Okay, so anyway, um as many of you know, she was a free spirit. She traveled. She also was a student, and she ended up in LA, and she had checked into a hotel called Cecile Hotel, and it wasn't really in the best area. Let me just say that. But anyway, she had checked in on January the 28th, I believe, of 2013, and checked out. Well, she was supposedly supposed to check out the 31st, okay, but she never did. All right. Long story short, according to, and I don't know all the detail of the case. I just got like bits and pieces, but I think sometime in February, the residents there were complaining about the water, shall I say, the color of the water, the smell of the water. So of course they did a little check, and on top of the building, on top of the hotel building, there is I think it's like four water pumps up there, and one of them, they had found Elisa's body in the water. Okay, and she was, let me say this, okay, she was naked. Okay, according to the sources, she was naked, and her clothes were also in the water as well. They trying to make it seem like, according to them, allegedly they saying that she, drowned. Okay, accidentally drowned. Okay. Anyway, everything you're going to hear in my readings is allegedly, but I am led by the Spirit, okay? And I have to put it out here. This is for entertainment purpose only, okay? I have to put it out here. And let me just say this: this is no disrespect to her family. I pray that they receive much love and healing due to the passing of their loved one. I wish this on nobody. Um, I pretty much just want to tell her story, okay? I know this is an old case, it's 7 years old. I will do my best to focus on Elisa and see, what is it that I can, sense, what is it that she wants us to know. That's the point I'm trying to make. Okay, family. And let me say this also. I'm sure many of you have seen the infamous um, video that's been going around. It's been out there for quite some time now, that the authorities have released of, the bizarre behavior of Elisa when she was on the elevator. It makes it seem like, she's, paranoid and, have mental issues. I'm just gonna say the word paranoid. Okay, I just say that. But we all know that there's more to the story. Okay, um, we all know this. Okay, and we all know also, for those who have done their research, this hotel has a lot of dark history. Okay, it has a lot of its own dark history. So, with that being said, I want to go ahead and get started with this reading. I'm focusing on Elisa. I'm setting my intentions for Elisa to tell her story. What happened to her? What was going on with her mentally? What's going on with her mentally and emotionally? I speak those things, that are in the dark, and we bring them out to the marvelous light. I speak those things that are in the dark, and we bring them out to the marvelous light. I speak those things that are in the dark, and we bring them out to the marvelous light. I speak those things that are in the dark, and we bring them out to the marvelous light. I speak those things that are in the dark, and we bring them out to the marvelous light. I speak those things that are in the dark, and we bring them out to the marvelous light. I speak those things that are in the dark, and we bring them out to the marvelous light. I speak those things that are in the dark, and we bring them out to the marvelous light. I speak those things that are in the dark, and we bring them out to the marvelous light. I speak those things that are in the dark, and we bring them out to the marvelous light. I speak those things that are in the dark, and we bring them out to the marvelous light. I speak those things that are in the dark, and we bring them out to the marvelous light. I speak those things that are in the dark, and we bring them out to the marvelous light. I speak those things that are in the dark, and we bring them out to the marvel Hold up. Okay, we are complete. Okay. Yeah, we're going from top to bottom, okay? All right. As I'm looking at the cards, give me a minute. The first card is financial and material changes. Financial and material changes. So this is somebody that's dealing with change period in their life. Okay. The next card is fulfillment of wishes. This is someone that's setting their intentions or something that they are believing for, and they're making it happen for them. Okay. They're pretty much of a dreamer as well, but fulfillment of wishes. Okay, something that's being granted to them. The next card is shadow. It's upside down, turning it right side up. This card could be also dealing with your shadow self, which we all have. Okay, it's a matter of dealing with your shadow self. Okay, confronting your shadow selves, and this can also be like mental. How we think. One take of it when it comes to dealing with your shadow self. I just say that. Okay, you're either healing, dealing with your shadow selves, or, you know, there's some work that needs to be done. Let me just say that. I will read up on this card, all right? To maybe if you get maybe a more of an understanding what I'm talking about. The next card is wisdom, but it's upside down. And then back right here, you have the safety of the family. See how this look right here? But it also speaks of wisdom, okay? And when I turn upside down, it's like operating in the lack of wisdom, okay? Or poor judgment. The next card is upside down. It is emotional loss. The next card is upside down. And turn the right side up. It's suffering and silence. So this is somebody, like I said, is dealing with some eternal, you know, emotions. You know, there are eternal things they are dealing with, okay? Mentally. Doesn't mean you're crazy mentally, but uh, there's a lot going on, okay, with them. Let me just say that they're suffering in silence. There are things that's going on with them that they're keeping to themselves, okay? This card is upside down, turning it right side up. This card is intuition. Obviously, hold on, family. All right, family. Sorry, I got distracted. The intuition card. This right here was upside down. Okay, this is somebody that rely on their intuition, their knowing. Okay, but by being upside down, um, her God-given intuition, okay, no, due to her surroundings and whatever she was going through, she wasn't operating in them. She was not going tapping inwardly, as far as seeking or receiving guidance, shall I say, answers about anything that she had, questions about. Obviously she was picking up on certain things, but she was not really operating on her intuition. Like it would have saved her life, to tell you the truth. According to this card, she needed to really go within herself, seeking the answers, okay? To where she would find the solution to her problem. But she wasn't doing that. And a lot of times when people don't do that, you can see them trying to handle matters on their own. You know what I mean? You will see them trying to handle matters on their own. And a lot of times we make wrong choices. We make wrong choices due to, instead of going to the right, we go to the left. And it just really throws us off, okay? Because we're not operating in our own divine intuition. Right here, this is a truth card. This card represents judgment as well. It was upside down, okay? And this card is speaking from a place of there needed to be like adjustments in the area of her life, okay, by not making hasty decisions, okay. um Speaking from a place of how she should take her time and not act impulsively, shall I say. But this card is a truth card, all right. This card right here is the heart card. This is someone that's in their heart space, okay? You can tell she was a beautiful person. She was a loving person. She just had love for people, period, okay? So she was definitely in her heart space. This card represents I love, okay? And you could tell she was also free spirit. She had love for people. I mean, it was nothing about her that was prejudice or anything. She was just a good person, a good-hearted person as well. A little foolish though, a little too trusting as well. But yeah, she was definitely in her heart space. This card right here is the disruption card. Okay, when this card pops up, it deals with foundation, not operating a foundation, a solid foundation. Something happened to where where it could be her plans, um, sudden changes. Something happened that caused a disruption. Okay, um, in her life, in her situation, as far as her being in a hotel. Okay, there was a disruption. Okay, but this card also represents, not a solid foundation as well. Okay, this right here is the destiny card. This is the destiny card due to the choices, that we make. I will read up on this card as well, so maybe you can get a better understanding because it has additional meanings as well. And this right here is the crown chakra card right here. And this card deals with like psychic abilities, a person is very sensitive, especially to the spirit. Okay, so I won't be surprised if she had gifts of the spirit. It's just a fact of her. It's just a fact of her being aware that she has this gift. Because I'm picking up, she was a very sensitive person. This is definitely what I'm picking up on, and maybe this can also play a big part in her behavior. Okay, as far as operating in this in a healthy way. Okay. Now this one right here is the one I want to go back to. This is the shadow self. I want to read up on this card real quick. Okay, family. This card represents emotion, sensitivity, and like I just said, this card represents emotion, sensitivity, and a reminder that nothing in life is at a standstill. This is a world of constant flux, and one thing is certain, everything changes. This card is calling you to action. The time is now when you may have to face. The time is now when you may have to face your worst fears. Seeing, you facing your shadow self, family. This is someone that's facing their shadow self. They're facing their fears, okay? This is someone who's facing their fears, okay? But this is someone who's not facing their fears. They're not facing it, they're running from it. Get it? They're running from it. This card is calling you to action. The time is now when you may have to face your worst fears and look into the dark shadows of your soul. You must learn to confront what you're avoiding and walk courageously through it. Always know that life naturally revitalizes itself, and as it does, so do you. And this card also represents the moon. The moon is pretty much things are not always what they seem. Okay, family. Um, this card promised that there is light at the end of the tunnel. Okay. This card indicates that this is a time when your psychic. See, did I just say that? This card indicates that your psychic sensitivities may be quite intense. Learn to open up to it, or if it need be. Now, by saying this, like I said, this hotel was known for a lot of um, dark events. Okay, from what I've heard, it was two serial killers that occupied the. It's not occupied, but also um, was there was a time that two serial killers were also occupying that hotel before in the past as well. And not only that, I'm sure there had been a lot of deaths, and there's something about that area, it holds a lot of dark energy, period. There could have been some paranormal activities going on, but you know what? She was picking up on it. She was picking up on it because obviously she had a gift of the spirits too. A lot of people have it and they're not aware of it. All they know is they're picking up on a lot of weird vibes, and they don't know why, but maybe she did know. Maybe she didn't know how to, you know, maybe she didn't know how to deal with her gifts, but she was picking up on something, you know, and that too can had a lot to do with, of her paranoia as far as being in that hotel, because she was picking up on things. Okay, she was definitely picking up on things that was going on there. Let me just say that. Okay. This is the wisdom card, but it was upside down. Hold on, family. You may have drawn this card to confirm that it is time to search to reach out and find an organization or group or like-minded souls being part of a group where you can be yourself. Share your thoughts and get valuable feedback can infuse you and encourage you to be all that you can be. Kindred support help you live life to your highest idea, finding the true inspiration and enlightenment that part of your soul. And this is so true. A lot of people who are coming to their gifts of the spirit, they have nobody to talk to. They have all these experiences. That's why it's good to stick with spiritual like-minded brothers and sisters, and I truly believe she hasn't really found that group yet, but it would have been a big help to her, because she could have learned to master herself, master her gifts. And like I said, had she been able to learn to master her gift, it could have really saved her life, to tell you the truth, you know. Um, but the fact that she wasn't fully embodied as far as mastering her gift, let me just say that she pretty much operating, shall I say, in the opposite of wisdom due to what led up to her death. Let me just say that, okay? Because I truly believe that if she was operating fully in her divine God given gifts, okay, um, it would have protected her. That's all I'm saying. According to this card, she wasn't really truly operating in wisdom. She pretty much being a little foolish too, because had she really known the seriousness of what was going on around her, she could have, shall I say, dodged the bullet, shall I say. Her guides would have really been leading her, from around the ditch that the enemy had planned for her. Let me just say that. Cause she was real smart, yes indeed, but she was also foolish as well in a lot of little ways. And I truly believe that that's just due to being, someone that was that's just due to her home life, being nurtured and because like I said, she was 21 when this happened to her, and she was real close with her family, it's not like she was street smart or anything. Suffering in silence. I feel the need to read up on this one. The number 9 denotes completion. Are you finally ready to let go of those limited negative beliefs, or are you allowing the issues in your life to become bigger than they really are? Your mind has been doing quite a job on you lately, and even your dreams may be trying to get your attention. When you learn to let go of the worry, despair, and sense of hopelessness, a positive new way or path will be shown to you. This card follows trapped in fear. So this card also represents trapped in fear as well, family. The number 8 mental card. When your fears are confronted, Your mental anguish will continue. This is a reminder to take action and trust that your soul and the power of the Spirit will grasp you firmly by the hand and guide you, but you must take the first step towards healing and let go of the mental distress. Don't suffer in silence. You see that? Don't suffer in silence. Reach out for help that's available. Now they say that she was bipolar, okay? And that's, can be somebody, dealing with, some emotional issues. Their emotions are not balanced, okay? And I'm picking up on all of this as well, and she seemed like also someone that take on a lot and hold a lot and keep a lot to herself, and that's not really good because it's good to, it energy needs to flow. And it's not really good for her to hold on to things and keep it to herself because this can affect a person as well. And when you don't have a outlet to release, this can cause paranoia as well. It really can. It just depends on the depths of her mental imbalance. Um, it depends on her state of mind, shall I say, how much she's able to deal with, how much she can handle when it comes to stress. Let me just say that, okay? Especially the situation that she was going through, okay? But I'm picking up on some other things too. I really am. I'm getting ready to do the disruption card. Like that's leading up to everything. The disruption card. This is the disruption card because something happened. Okay, let's see what's going on. A sudden, unusually unforeseen disruption, a major change is happening or is about to take place. Even if it appears to be a negative experience, it can lead to enlightenment or a total shift in your lifestyle. In traditional tarot meaning, this card represents the falling tower that eventually crumbles due to its weak foundation. Whichever part of your life you focus on, this is an opportunity to rebuild with a solid positive structure to make you or the situation even stronger. There are times when the most difficult situation arise in your life. If you choose to take I'm sorry. There are times when the most difficult situations arise in your life. If you choose to, they can act as a catalyst to heal other areas. They're beneficial because they truly your greatest teachers. Learn from your past mistakes, accept them, and integrate them into your life as stepping stones. To be forewarned is to be forearmed. This disruption card is a reminder that negative thinking, limited beliefs, ignoring problematic situations, and risky or careless lifestyle must be addressed so that the positive change can take place. Life has a habit of moving you forward whether you are ready or not. Transformation of body, mind, and soul can happen if you view this dramatic time of change as an opportunity to grow forth. I'm sorry, uh, time or change as an opportunity for growth. In the future, you may look back and be thankful for this opportunity. And like I said, this card represents the fallen tower, okay? This basically due to a lack of a stronger foundation, okay? And it also represents not being prepared, okay? Not being prepared for the unknown, okay? Um, And when we look at all of this, we think about, the situation of her being in that hotel, okay, and what she was presently going through, okay, when she was in the elevator, and you can see that, she was in distress. You can sense that, she was having a little bit of paranoia going on with her. Like I said, according to them, she was bipolar, and I believe she was taking medication for that. I don't know if she stopped taking the medication because she did. That could have added on to it. You know what I'm saying? It made the matter worse. As far as her operating in her worst fears. And not taking on that. And not taking having that take charge way as far as getting that in check. You know what I'm saying? Because had she been, like I said, I don't know if she's taking her medicine or not, so I'm gonna say allegedly, but allegedly, had she not, been taking, if she had been taking her medicine, she would have been more in a balanced state of mind to be able to, operate in her intuition. You know what I'm saying? But when you are unbalanced, you're not able to operate in your divine intuition. Which will help you make better choices and make more of a positive mood in your favor. Okay, let me just say that. So yeah, the disruption can also be within your own temple, within your own body. If it's not balanced, as well as disruption due to change of plans. Something happening to her. Due to whatever it is that she was going through. And this card right here represents the wheel of fortune. It's pretty much whatever you sow, so shall you reap at the end of the day, okay? This is a time to allow your problems to be replaced by solutions. Believe in destiny as you learn to let go of old issues. You're being given the chance to understand the lesson and gain the wisdom from the past, enabling you to move steadily forward in a positive direction, holding on to a strong belief that you deserve to be happy and prosperous and have abundance. See, that's the thing right there, family. Her mindset, a lot of times our mind can mess us up. As a man thinketh, so is he. You have to speak life of yourself. Obviously, she was thinking a lot of fear-based thoughts too. How they say, speak life of yourself or speak death over yourself. A lot of her thoughts were kind of negative. You know, um, it's like her worst fears. She would always think about her worst fears instead of positiveness. A lot of her thoughts were kind of negative. It wasn't in her favor at all. This is a time to allow your problems to be replaced by solution. Believe in your destiny as you learn to let go of old issues. You're being given the chance to understand the lesson and gain the wisdom from the past, enabling you to move steadily forward in a positive direction, holding on to strong beliefs that you deserve to be happy and prosperous and have abundance in all areas of your life is the key. Is the key. The confident mindset will show you that impossible can indeed become the possible. With this card, take advantage of all of the opportunities. Act now, take responsibilities. You hear that? Take responsibilities for your actions and enjoy the fact that the destiny card represents in your favor. Don't always rely on luck. However, for the will, most definitely will turn again. So basically, um, I think this card was upside down. But basically, due to her actions, due to her thoughts, because our thoughts, can create actions. And our thought can also, manifest things out here, in our life that are not for our highest good. That's why we have to watch how we think, okay? Yes, she was a bright person. She was smart and all of that. And she was intuitive, but she wasn't operating in it. She was not operating in it because had she been operating in it, it would have really saved her life. She would have made more positive choices, more wiser choices. If she knew her life was in danger, get the hell up out of there. You know, get up out of there immediately. You know, get some help. Go to the front counter. I'm just saying. But her fears was also her worst downfall as well, operating in her fears about her being unbalanced, she having bipolar. Obviously, allegedly, she wasn't taking her medication. Because had she been taking her medication, she would have been balanced. You feel what I'm saying, family? She would have been more balanced mentally and emotionally, and all of this would have helped her make positive, um, better uh, choices. Okay, that would have been in her favor. This is what I'm getting. Now, with that being said, I was gonna do the other reading. I might still do it, but real quick, due to the backstory on this sister, Elisa, how they were saying, she was on an elevator and, she was looking distressed. She was looking worried, paranoid, and all of that. I don't sense that she was crazy. Okay, let me just say that. Just looking at these cards, I don't sense that. Was there a imbalance in her? Yes, it was. It was an imbalance in her, and it's also showing the card that she was not operating in wisdom, her divine wisdom. She was not operating with using her intuition. Okay, all right. But with this right here, okay, she had the gift. She had the gift of the spirit. And whether she was well, I'm not gonna say she was using it because had she was been using it, it would have really protected her. All right. But she did have the gift of the spirit. She was a very sensitive person, but she wasn't facing her shadow self. She was running from it, And when you face your shadow self, it helps you to heal to where you can overcome. You can overcome the obstacles. But when you are running from it or running from somebody, you know, not facing it, but running, that's not good. Especially when it comes to the shadow self. So she was dealing with some things inwardly as well. I mean, that's just you can just see that, okay? Um, you can just see that, okay? Like I said, spirit realm knows all things. Um, let me just say this real quick. I don't sense that she commits suicide. Let me just say that. I do not sense she commits suicide. I sense that she had encountered someone. Because I had did another private reading also, and other things came out. And that's when I was doing my flashcards. And I wanna share about 3 or 4 of the cards that came out with that private reading. Some came out speaking of witchcraft. Okay, not saying that Elisa was dealing with that, but due to the fact of the environment she was in, it was very dark. Okay, and there were secrets with that particular hotel. There's a lot of secrets that was going on in that hotel. So just to know, I mean, just the fact that secrets popped up, cover up. I think of cover up as well. I truly feel that she had encountered somebody, could have been stalked, shall I say, because she's not crazy. And I sense also that due to the disruption card, like I said, it's gonna be mental as well, but it also can be something happened to her as well. Okay, it was a chain, a disruption in her plans. Cause like I said, she was supposed to have checked out on the 31st, but she did. Something happened to her, but I sense that she had to be followed, and someone did the unthinkable to her and they covered it up. This is what I sense. Okay? This is what I sense. This is what I sense. This is what I sense. I don't sense she committed suicide. Somebody had put her in that water tank, okay? And let me go ahead and do the other reading real quick. As a matter of fact, I want to see something real quick. I just want to one quick thing. Did Elisa commit suicide? Did Elisa commit suicide or did Elisa fall into that water tank? Was it an accident? Was it an accident? Did Elisa commit suicide? Was it an accident? me see something. Okay. Hold on, family. Okay, family. From what I'm saying, it did answer my question, but other information is popping up. Okay. I'm going to show you all the cards. The first card, well, hold on. Let me see something. Okay, I just show you all the cards. The first card is memories of love. Memories of love. So Elisa was doing some reflecting, okay? Maybe someone she was once involved with. The next card is upside down. It is hope, okay? Hope, but the lack of hope. The lack of hope, okay? Sorry for the background noise. The lack of hope, okay? The next card is upside down. It is choose wisely. This is somebody who's choosing wisely, okay? They have options, they have choices, okay? You see that? They have options, they have choices. But she didn't choose wisely. Something happened. She didn't choose wisely, family. Making the right choices. Maybe making the wrong choices as far as her destination. But in fact, the fact that she ended up in LA and at that particular hotel. Okay? She didn't choose wisely at all. Just upside down. Patience and planning. Patience and planning. Lack of patience. Lack of planning. Okay? The next card is upside down, right side up. Trapped in fear. See what I'm saying? So I want to know, did she commit suicide? Did she fall? Was it an accident? No, it was not an accident. It was not an accident. She was trapped in fear. Okay? She was trapped in fear. Now, there's two ways you can look at it. Okay? You can look at it as though, somebody had her, somebody had got a hold of her. They had got a hold to her and she was trapped in fear. Or you can look at it this way from a mental perspective. It was all in her head. Cause she was dealing with that anyway. It's like her worst fears came was manifested, But a lot of times, what you think, like I said, it can manifest in your reality. If you're thinking negative, 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 a lot of time, that what you're thinking, instead of it being positive, if it's negative, a lot of times you can manifest it in your life. You start attracting, wrong people and wrong things to you. Okay. And this also can be, trapped in fear as far as her mental state of mind, always thinking negative, always thinking the worst instead of the positive, always thinking the worst. But I truly believe that somebody had got a hold to her. They had got a hold to her, okay? She wasn't looking outside the elevator for nothing. Let me just say that, okay? Yeah, she could have been paranoid thinking somebody was chasing her, but I truly believe that somebody was um, stalking her or chasing her. She ended up encountering somebody, okay? And yeah, and it could be related to the hotel as well. Like I said, the hotel has secrets, and they also deal with cover up because a hotel does not want bad publicity because they can end up being sued as well as they can end up being closed. Let me just say that a lot of people will not go to those hotels. They won't make money. Okay. Um, the solar plex card represents I can. Represents I can. Okay. This card right here is upside down. Turn it right side up. Transformation. When I look at this card, I look at this card as change, change in one's life, things are changing in their life. But when it's upside down, I see it as death, okay? transformation, okay, leading to death, okay? This card is upside down. I turn it right side up. It represents triumph. There was no triumph at all in her situation. Okay, there was no triumph. Okay, this was a battle that was lost. This was a battle that was lost. Okay, the next card is upside down. I'm turn it right side up. This is conflict and defeat. Conflict and defeat. So it lets you know there was conflict involved. Okay, but the person that attacked her, they wasn't defeated. She was. She was the one that was defeated. And it's also showing two people up here. It's like, for instance, this could be her, right? And it's showing two people up here celebrating. But if you look at it from another perspective, you know, um, it's pretty much the way I see it is like two people, could be involved. Maybe the person had help or whatever, but I see it as her being defeated, okay, and they the one that's celebrating, okay. Um, yeah, the conflict and defeat, and the last one, see, like I said, celebrate is upside down. This is somebody celebrating victory and success, but it wasn't in her favor. It was in their favor. What did they get out of it? What did they get out of it? Because she didn't get anything out of it. Okay, she didn't get anything out of it. You know, but that other private reading I had did. I'm trying to remember the main card that stood out, but all right, family, this is just a bonus footage. Many of you know I do like private readings when it comes to me using my mystery deck, okay, when it comes to the missing. And I just want to insert this in real quick because a lot of times you use certain tarot decks, they don't really go in detail as far as really giving you a more insight to the case, shall I say, that you're working on as far as behind the scenes. Let me just say that. But with my mystery missing deck, 11 cards really stood out to me. Okay, there were others, but a lot of times they're pertaining to other cases because it's a lot going on at one time. But these cards right here stood out to me when it comes to Elisa Lam case. And I just want to share them with many of you. I'm sure, maybe many of you might receive some confirmation on what you already know. But these cards, many of you will receive clarity and as well as confirmation. So let me just go ahead and share these cards with you real quick. For one thing, what stood out to me were these 11 cards. And I want to share them with you. You see this? And then I will continue with the video. If I can't have you, no one can. Okay? And I will leave whatever you see, I will leave it up to you, family, to judge, okay? If I can't have you, no one can. She had encountered somebody, okay? It could be somebody from her past that followed her, or somebody that was there that was infatuated with her, okay? What else stood out was no witness. Whoever did this to her, it was nobody around, as far as being an innocent bystander to see what happened to her. No witness, okay? Whatever happened to Elisa Lam, according to the spirit, it's a body moved to another location. So obviously, whatever happened to her before and after her death, okay, they moved her body, okay. Her body was moved. So I'm sensing that she was murdered in one location, but they moved her body to another, okay. The person had drowned wasn't a accident, okay? It's stating that she drowned, yes, but it was no accident, okay? This popped up as well, all right? And I know it seems a lot of contradictory, but the key word is wasn't a accident, okay? They trying to say, the authority trying to say it was an accident, but it wasn't a accident. And it looks like, she just happened to have an accident and fell in the water, but that's not what happened, okay? And this is the key thing right here. This is dealing with the hotel, okay? It's something sinister that was going on in that hotel, okay? Company involved in crime, corrupt secrets. You see that? company involved in the crime, corrupt secrets. I don't know if the company is affiliated with other groups or whatever, but it was some corruption that was going on. So that lets you know it was cover up. Okay, hold on. Sorry. Wicked slash evil practice, witchcraft. It was dark things that was going on, rituals, okay? You name it. When it comes to these groups, there's no telling what they're into, okay? She just happened to be the target, all right? She just happened to be the target. This popped up twice. This is company involved in crime, corruption, secrets. You see that? Something happened unexpected. Okay, that's what the interruption card was talking about. Change of plans. She was supposed to of her exit date was the 31st, okay? Her checkout date. But she wasn't able to check out. Something happened. You see that? Accident, no one was around. No, that's why they didn't have any witness, okay? That's why they didn't have nobody to really say what happened, because nobody was around. Look at that. Fighting, accident, death, cover up. It was a cover up, sadly to say. And the last card, look at this. I just wanted to share this with many of you. Cops already know the person of interest. So, with that being said, this is dealing with power, money exchange, cover up, okay? Um, Obviously, it's more to the story, but due to those that are in high places, high positions, you never know who the person was related to. They did the unthinkable to her. Okay, you know how it is when it comes to sex trafficking, organ harvesting. It's always somebody on the top, that's affiliated with a group. Okay, and the organization happens to be that hotel. That's all I'm saying. I let many of you, do your own judgment. But I just want to insert this in so many of you can have an understanding of the background of the situation. Yes, indeed, Elisa Lam was murdered. Okay, she didn't commit suicide. Something about, like I said, witchcraft stood out, and this is someone that's dealing with. It can be a group that's dabbling in dark things. Okay, I don't sense that about Elisa, but she could encounter somebody that was into things like that, or into things that are of darkness, and that can be sex trafficking, that can be organ harvesting, or just rituals. Period. Okay, this could have been a ritual death. Um, but anyway, I'm going to end this video because, like I said, this is an old case, and sadly, it's nothing that I can say that's going to bring her back. May she rest in eternal peace. But I know she wanted her story to be told, and I did the best I could, but at the end of the day, she crazy? No, she was. Just because the person's bipolar, it doesn't make them crazy. They're just imbalanced, okay? They need medication to help them get balance. I don't think they need medication. I just think they need to plant their feet on earth, God, to tell you the truth, and pet their feet, but that's just me, get out in nature. But anyway, I just sense that she had some imbalance mental, like I said, like they say bipolar. She was dealing with some imbalance there, emotional imbalance, let me just say, and mental. But she also, was operating in her worst fears. And all of this, it's like when you think negative and you always operating in your worst fears, a lot of, when it comes to your destiny, a lot of times it'll lead you, you know, in the path of destruction. It really will. You have to really think life and think positive. I'm sure she didn't mean to think that way, but the fact that she was imbalanced mentally, all of this plays a part. 'Cause what I'm saying, she wasn't operating in wisdom, in divine wisdom. She was foolish also. She was very foolish, and I don't sense her being street smart either. And you could tell she was trusting because she had a good heart. The heart card popped up. You know, uh, foolishly she was, trusting the wrong people. But something happened to her. It's a trapped in fear, trapped in fear. Something happened to her. Okay, but it wasn't her doing. It wasn't her doing, and that's the mystery. Who did it? I feel like whoever did it is affiliated with the hotel, and the hotel knows more because I think I also heard something about they said that some footage was missing because the camera kept skipping. It probably was missing, and the thing is, whoever that got a hold of her, they probably their picture probably showed up on the camera, and by them being affiliated with the hotel, they don't want that out. They don't want that information out. Okay, let me just say that in the officers are not going to tell you everything. They never do. I don't never trust the media. I don't go by everything the media say. I try to do my own you know um, facts check by operating the spirit to really dig deep to find out exactly what's going on, because the media is not going to tell you everything. And a lot of people who don't have the gift of the spirit or operate in discernment, they go by everything the media say. It's more to the story. It is more to the story, but a lot of time we don't have no evidence, no eyewitness. Oh yeah, also my backup reading, there was no eyewitness. There was no eyewitness as far as anybody um, seeing her, seeing someone put her in the water tank. Okay, they might have saw on the video who encountered her, but as far as actually putting her in the water tank, according to my backup reading, there was no eyewitness seeing that. That's all I'm saying. But due to those missing footage of her, yeah, it's hidden. Somebody got a hold to it. It could be damaged. It could be destroyed by now. But it's definitely a cover up period. And it's really a sad case. I just hate the fact that she was alone. I just wish that she had some kind of weapon on her, a gun, especially when you're traveling alone like that. It's very dangerous. But anyway, I'm through with this reading, family. Um, Much love to her family. And this is just really a sad case. It really is. She was a beautiful person, very, trusting, but in the wrong people. Like I said, somebody was watching her, and she had encountered the wrong person, and they were into some dark things. Let me just say that they were into some dark things. Because I'm definitely picking up on some. I picked up on a lot of dark energy. And actually, if many of you have eyes to see, you can watch that video on the elevator, and you can see dark energy around her. You can see it if you have eyes to see. Just type in Lisa Lam and look at the video footage. You can see it. You can see like a dark blob of energy around her. That hotel was definitely holding a lot of dark energy anyway. So that lets me know somebody practiced witch. Somebody was into some dark things. It was definitely witchcraft involved. Let me just say that, or let me just say rituals. It was some dark things. Dark things. That's all I'm saying. And the thing about it, she was picking up on it. She was picking up on it, but she wasn't operating in her divine, intuition. As far as getting the hell up out of there, she should have got up there. She should have gotten up out of there a whole lot much sooner. That's all I'm saying. All right, Phil, I'm through.